Good morning and welcome to My Ascending Life. Sunny and I are here to talk to you this morning. There's been something that's been on my mind lately that I wanted to talk to you about. I just wanted to say, be careful about who you admire. The longer that I'm raw and the more healthy that I become, the more people that I have coming to me and asking for advice and tips and wanting to know how I'm pulling off this lifestyle. For the most part, I love this. I'm ready and open to the opportunity to reach out and to help and inspire other people to better themselves. But notice what I just said. Better themselves. They have to do the work. I can't do it for them. I didn't discover a book or a guru that made all of this happen for me magically. There is absolutely no magic trick to this that I have in my possession that will make this life happen for anybody else in an instant. What you need in order to heal yourself is a stronger desire to heal yourself than to hurt yourself. What you need to stop eating the crappy food that you're addicted to is a stronger craving to heal. What you need in order to get rid of depression is to reach rock bottom and realize that there is no one coming to pull you out of it but yourself. So it's time to brush yourself off, stand up, and fight for your own healing. No one came to save me when I was depressed. I was depressed for years. No one came into my life and put me on their back and carried me out of the darkness and into the light of day. I laid in the darkness, crying, begging for my mommy, for my lover, or for God, anyone to come and lift me up and carry me to the path that was right for me. And no one did it. There were kind, wonderful people that I met along the way that dropped tidbits of knowledge down into my dungeon of misery, but all of them went on to live their own lives and take care of their own selves and their own families, and left me laying there weeping for a savior. I laid there, and I laid there, and I laid there until I realized that I was my savior. Now, when I say that, I don't want you to look at this in a religious perspective, and I don't want you to think that I'm harping on whoever you see as your divine savior. What I am saying, when I have people coming to me and asking me for help, I just want people to understand that what I'm saying is that no person in this life is going to invest their entire existence into your healing. You have to do that for yourself. You have to believe in you. You have to believe that you're worth your own effort, your own time, your own energy to fight to do the work to heal. Healing takes work every single day. You have to get up while you're still broken, still totally broken, and fight for you in the way that you always hoped that someone else would. The way that I found the energy to do this was to realize that, no, my parents weren't there for me like they should have been. My parents didn't fight for me. They didn't keep me safe. They didn't teach me to take care of myself. My parents failed me in that way. That's just the way it is. I was broken because no one showed me as a child how to value and take care of myself for the rest of my life. I was a grown adult having to live on my own in this world because it wasn't safe to live at home, and I didn't know how. I didn't know how to go through the day-to-day grind and function. I could have, and I had every right to lay there and cry and whimper and complain and feel cheated this entire lifetime. But if I wanted to have a family, if I chose to be a mother, I no longer have that right anymore. I have an obligation to be to her what my parents never were to me. I am her guru, her teacher, her hero. For the time being, I am her strength. I'm the person who has to teach her that she is worth fighting for. Still, she's going to grow up, and that won't be my job anymore. It will be her responsibility to fight for herself. One day even, I'll be dead, just as my own father is today. And she will be left in this world with no one to fight for her but herself. I want her to know what that looks like and how to do the work. And who is going to model that for her but me? When my dad died, I broke. I had been suicidal in the past, and I had pulled myself from that ledge. And when my dad died a couple years ago, I emotionally hit rock bottom, and I sobbed for weeks. At least 8 weeks, I laid in bed, on the couch, and in the bathtub, just chanting to myself that I couldn't leave this world because she needed me. But I had no urge to live. I had no urge to function. I had no urge to even bathe myself, let alone her. I was at rock bottom. It was bad when I was suicidal before becoming a mom, but when I lost the will to live as a mother, knowing that she needed me, my self-esteem plummeted. I felt like the worst of the worst. And I laid there, and no one came and pulled me out of it. I laid, and I whined, and I sobbed, and I hated life, and I was jealous of every single person that had a mom or a dad they could call, even if those moms and dads were horrible parents. Mine pretty much were. But my dad had been alive before, and I could call him, and there was the potential that maybe someday we'd talk things out. When I lost even that hope was gone. That was hard. But my daughter kept needing me over and over. She needed to be fed. She needed to be bathed. She needed attention. And I forced myself to go through the motions of doing the absolute bare minimum for her. She watched me. She watched it all. She saw me in pain. And she knew exactly why, because I'm always open and honest with her. Although I didn't tell her that I wanted to die, everything else, she knew why I was sad. She knew that my daddy had died, and she knew that he wasn't coming back. Finally, I realized that the pain wasn't going to go away. No one was going to magically take it away, but that her needs were still there every day. And when she started asking me what would happen when I died, what would happen to her when I died, I knew I had to make a choice. Was I going to show her how to overcome the depths of despair, or would I show her how to drown in them? I decided that the only choice was to model someone who could heal from this. I didn't know how, but I figured I'd just act that out for her until I figured it out. I decided to be the kind of person that my daughter could look up to and know could get through anything. Not because I want to be her hero or her guru, but because I know that I'll be gone someday. And she needs to know how to heal. She needs to have seen that happen and know what to do herself. No one gave me a book to read on how to do this. No one showed me the map and the way, and I still don't have one in my possession. When I do, I will definitely pass it along to you, I promise. But until then, I have to tell you that if you want to heal, prove it. Do the work. Show up for yourself and be the kind of person that future generations can look to in order to figure out how to heal. There is no manual. There is no to-do list. There is no how-to book really on how to heal. There's a whole lot of guides, but none of them are specific to you. Write your own story of healing, because no one is the same as you. No one has lived the same life as you, and no one has the same path to take to healing. And no one can do the work for you but you. Use online resources like Google, Pinterest, and YouTube and figure out what can work for you. Maybe you need a cat to laugh at. I don't know. I do know that I can't make you believe that you're worth the effort to heal, even though I know that you are. You are worth it. You are worth the work. You are worth every single step you take. You are worthy of love, and you are worth the work it takes to heal. I can only share my journey, though, and how I continue to grow and heal, and hope that some of it can help you in some possible way. So thank you for coming along and following me on my ascending life. I love you for being here, and I hope that you love you too.